Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to the Great Big Card Swap. This is May 2022, the first video showcase. If you haven't sent a card, it's not too late. Our next video showcase for May is going to be on Tuesday, May 31st in 3 weeks. Usually we're the second and fourth Tuesday, but this month we've got graduation. So Tuesday, May 31st will be our next video showcase. You can send your masculine cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. The theme for May is masculine. So tonight I have 60 cards to share with you that all have a masculine theme to them. Next month's theme in June is to Case Julie. What does that mean? Case stands for copy and share everything, or I like copy and selectively edit. I have 13 years worth of card and project ideas on my blog at juliedavison.com. So the theme for June is to choose any one of those projects from the last 13 years to inspire you. And you can either copy it exactly or you can change it up. I can't wait to see how they inspire you. I've already received a few cards already for that, and everyone so far has included the date of the blog post that inspired them. So that would be really helpful for me, and I will print out the original project so we can see the inspiration and include all the links in the video. That's June. Right now, we're still in May. So let's jump in and get started. We have 60 cards to share with you, all that have a masculine theme. And so I've kind of got them arranged by similar themes. So we're going to kind of go through them today. I would love for you to say hello when you're watching, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you can see and hear everything okay. I would also love for you to give encouragement to all of the swappers who are watching. So if you see a card that you really love, please give claps, give applause, give encouraging comments to everyone for all the amazing cards. We really truly have some awesome swappers, and I know that you're going to be so inspired to see the cards that I have to share tonight. Okay, let's get started. The first two cards are Slimline cards. So they're a little bit longer than a regular card. Let me throw in a regular card here to show you. Right here's a regular card. So these are skinnier and longer. And we have some fun envelopes right now in the mini catalog, the Slimline envelopes. I think it carried over to the annual catalog. But these also will fit into a business size envelope here in the United States. So our first Slimline card is from Laura Weaver. Oh my gosh, I just love this. We have the Wildlife Wonder stamp set, which I actually have out. I've been wanting to create some cards with it, and I meant to do a card kit with it last month, and I just didn't get a chance to get things designed. So I'm still playing around with that set, but I just love the distinctive image here. So much fun. And look at this little peekaboo. We have the die cut tree, and then you open it up and the tree is on the inside. To a great guy sending birthday wishes. Oh my goodness. I love this card, Laura, and I know so many guys would love to receive this amazing card too. Our next Slimline card comes from Mercy Ermikoff, and this folds flat to fit in a Slimline envelope, but you guys, check this out. I've never seen a card like this. Each of these pop up to create this, like, I don't know, what does she call it? Let's see. She calls it Slimline Triple Twisted Easel. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. She says she's got a video for this on her channel, so make sure to check that out. This is just so much fun. So essentially we have the Slimline card, and this one folds back. So this Slimline card cut into 3 sections. This one folded back with a little stopper, and then these score diagonally in opposite directions with a stopper up here. Way to go. One of my favorite stamp sets. This one just retired, but it is just so much fun. It's your day. I love this. I got you a cake, but I ate it. Such a fun card, Mercy. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing this fun fold with us. Someone is going to be so happy to get that. We have some other new product that was used for cards, and so I wanted to, I guess that wasn't new product. Well, the bear kind of is. So we have some new product, brand new from the new annual catalog. So I'm going to start off with those. Our first card is from Joe Williams using the Sun Prince suite from the new annual catalog. I love these colors. Starry Sky is this dark blue, and then we got a little Orchid Oasis ribbon. You're on my mind. Such an awesome card. Oh, I love that stamping on the inside too. Oh, are you guys having fun with all the new catalog stuff? Here's another card using the He's the Man suite. This one's from Ann Hansen using the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And then we have some pieces of the designer paper and one of the die cuts from that He's the Man paper. Oh my gosh, I love this paper. I'm also working on designing a kit or some cards with this paper too. So maybe I'll do a combination and we'll do wildlife and He's the Man. I think that might be a good combination. We'll see what I can come up with, so stay tuned. We're definitely going to have some masculine cards coming up soon. Here's another one using He's the Man with the Brood for You bundle. This one is by Rita Ada, and she has sort of this double fold card, and she has the measurements here for us. So let's open this up, and you can take a screenshot of that if you would like. Some pretty basic measurements. She says she's cased this one from Wendy Cranford. And I love the paper that she's chosen here. Such a fun card. Well, I got a really similar card from another swapper. Same layout, but instead of beer, we have whiskey. I love how great minds think alike. This one's from Missy Hillman, and she used some of the All-Star paper from the mini catalog, the stripes, to go with the whiskey business stamps. That same little fun fold here with the fold that opens here and then there. So awesome. Let's see what Missy's note says inside. Yep. Hey, sports fan designer paper. Oh, I just love that so much in the whiskey stamp set. We have a lot of really awesome stamp sets in this new annual catalog that are perfect for making cards for all the men in your life, like the whiskey and the beer and the camping. And we got some sports. Hey, sports fan right now in the mini catalog. So many awesome sets. I just love that. Here's another one with the whiskey business. This one is from Terry Biggs, and she used cinnamon cider to create this card. Straight up, you're the best. Oh, I love that. And then we have some designer paper on the inside. Now, you never, ever, ever probably would have guessed, but this designer paper that Terry's used is the gingerbread paper. Do you remember the gingerbread and peppermint? You know, by itself, it doesn't look like gingerbread. I love the cinnamon and white background that it creates there. So fun with this card. And I love the little fun folds. I've got Anna home, and she's taking a look at all of our swap cards. All right, this card is from Charlotte Nydigger. Love this designer paper with all the little words. And then we've got the little cutout from many messages, just a card to say hello. What a perfect little card. Love this Mossy Meadow designer paper in the background. I tried to group this together with other cards that I felt like had geometrical paper or patterns. So this is our next little theme. This one's from Carrie Zacharias, a little bookbinding fold. I'm lost without you. Oh, I love that. We have this little stargazing stamp set. I thank my lucky stars for you. What a great card. Love the diamond pattern in the background as well. Just looking to see if there was any additional information. I don't always know all my stamp sets, but most of the time they look familiar. Next up is a card from Mesa Sama, and she used, let's see, Seeing Spots is the name of this stamp set, an old one that had the different circles. I just love that sort of collage, and then the die cut with the happy birthday. The greeting is from Peaceful Moments. Oh, I love that stamp set. A lot of great greetings in there in this style font. Such a good card. Mesa, thank you so much for sharing that one. We go from circles to squares. This one is from Nancy Cox, and she used this old stamp. She says, not sure. No, not sure the name of the stamp set. I kind of recognize it, and I feel like there was something maybe to go in the middle there. I love it. You guys, I know you have so many older stamps, and you can use whatever you want to send cards in for the Great Big Card Swap. In fact, it doesn't even have to be Stampin' Up. So use whatever you have at home. Use up your old paper. Use your favorite stamp sets from 2 decades ago. I want to see it all. Here's one from Leslie. Oh, Leslie, where's your, okay. I asked Leslie, and I thought I had another note. Okay, so Leslie has a fun last name, and she gave me a little pronunciation key. So Leslie Kneisel. Kneisel. I hope I said that right, Leslie. Leslie Kneisel. I'm going to try to remember that. I put it back there on my shelf so I'll remember. This is such a great Z-fold card. Really simple card, but I love the cinnamon cider. Again, the designer paper. Happy birthday to you. That was one big stamp. I remember that stamp. So much fun. You can make it simple or color it in. I think this is just a grand card that any guy would love receiving for his birthday. Next up is a card from Michelle Bunt using some of that Simply Marvelous designer paper that was in the Celebration catalog. And she has I love the tearing here with the sponging. So celebrate. So this card, I love the colors on here too. Pacific Point, Basic Black, basic gray, and then the balmy blue designer paper. And I don't know if it's just me, maybe it's the diamonds, but I see this card and I think it would be so perfect for a graduation. This just kind of reminds me of like a grad cap, so little mortar board. So I think it would be great for a graduation, but also a retirement, a birthday. You could send this card for any occasion. Uh-oh, I got a whiny dog. And she just went outside too. Oh, Gracie Gray. You've got to be patient, baby. Next up is a card from Jake Myers, and I promised Jake that I would read her note here. She also has some extra die cuts. Jake says, I struggled with mail cards, so this swap was a toughie. The sentiment is from Amazon called Delusions. Laugh till you leak. So funny, but almost rude. Kind of like some mails I know. She says she's only been doing this for 2 years, and she has her address on the note. So if you're interested in exchanging cards with her and you receive her beautiful card, then I hope that you will send a card. I know some of you have become card buddies, and I just love that, finding some new pen pals. Love this on the inside. You may not have lost all your marbles, but there's definitely a hole in the bag. Oh my gosh, so clever. Jake, you always have the most beautiful cards, so detailed, all the beautiful die cuts. Thank you so much, too, for sharing those. Someone is going to be so happy to receive your card. I'm going to give you a little preview of the next cards, but I have to walk away from the camera for 2 seconds to get somebody some help for this puppy. Watch out. Okay. Oh my goodness, nothing like a live video. Okay, so we're back. Our next theme is fishing and outdoors. We have some beautiful cards. Oh my gosh, we're going to start with this one from Wendy Langseth. I need to catch my breath from running. Okay, Wendy sent in this card, the fly fishing. Yes, I got it right. Oh my gosh, from 2002. We've really been doing this a long time, haven't we? Such a beautiful card with the coloring. It looks like maybe some soft pastels, but what I really love, can you see the crystal effects over the water to make it look shiny? That is so fun. It's also here on the hook. Maybe a little harder to see. Such an awesome card. I can't say pretty because it's handsome. Another beautiful card with a stamped scene. This one's from Susan Hines using the, I always forget the name of this designer paper with the wood grain. It was something taste. Oh, if you know it, leave a comment. Maybe she's got it right here. I don't see the name of the designer paper. But she used several stamp sets. Grassy Grove, On the Horizon, and Oceanfront. In Good Taste. Thank you, Penny. In Good Taste is the designer paper. I love the beautiful stamp scene here with all those patterns. And then do you notice the little metallic dots? I think that's just the perfect embellishment. I always have such a hard time embellishing cards for men because I feel like, you know, you can't really bling it up and put glitter, but something like this with the metallic dots is, I think, just perfect. Oh my gosh, such a great card, Susan. Thank you so much for sending it in. You know, when I first saw this one, I thought, when I was sorting it, I thought, oh, they're fishing. But now I'm realizing they are not holding fishing poles. They are doing something altogether different on the land. This is such a great stamp. I don't recognize this one, so I don't think it's Stampin' Up, but I do love the plaid tidings designer paper. And this effect of sponging the outside is so awesome. I just love the way that kind of ties it in, and it almost looks like a hide. Well, I had another fishing card, but I'm going to jump ahead to the result. Okay, so the boys are out hunting, and now look at that. They got they got their trophy deer. My husband is a deer hunter and has grown up hunting with his father. So these cards really resonate with me. This one is from Jenny Pender. And I love how she has the label punch that she has put that on to kind of make it look like it's mounted. And again, some of that wood grain designer paper. Such an awesome card. Letters are visits when friends are apart. Oh, I remember that one too. Oh, Jenny, great card. We're going to go back to some fishing. I don't know why I thought those guys were fishing. They're not fishing. Here's another card though with some fish. This one's from Cheryl Mclean, and she has the fish here that are caught. I love the little die cut grass, and this is also that. Well, maybe it's not the In Good Taste. It might be. Well, we had some other papers that had the wood grain like that. We've had a lot of wood grain papers. Let's see what her note says here. An old stamp set gone fishing is the name of this one, and retired designer paper. Awesome card, Cheryl. Oh, doesn't this just make you want to go on a cabin, like a cabin vacation? I go visit the cabin and have a weekend away. I'm so glad we're having warmer weather. And even though I do not enjoy fishing myself, I do I do have a whole family who enjoys fishing, so I'm looking forward to doing some of that again this summer. Love these boots. This one's from Belinda Bosch, and these boots really reminded me of the hunters, but they also kind of have like maybe a military feel to them. So I love that it is I love that it's so versatile, and she's got two choices here for the inside of the card. You can choose either one to glue down. Here's to the next adventure, and you're the best. I love that. Great layout too, with the plaid designer paper coming from the top and the bottom. Our next card is from Cindy Bovitz. She used the Grassy Grove bundle with the awesome dies. I love these tree dies. And then the deer die cuts as well. And she's added a little white chalk marker or gel pen to add the spots on the fawn. The designer paper in the background is the awesome New Horizon designer paper. And I'm going to skip ahead. I have a whole section of cards that use that awesome designer paper. This one is one of my favorites. I tried to keep them organized. We're just like skipping a whole section, and we're gonna jump to the other ones. So the New Horizon designer paper back there, it's a whole 6x6 set of designer paper that has the watercolor backgrounds, and it is just so amazing. You can create some really quick and easy cards, either layering on top or or adding a simple greeting. So here's another one using that Wildlife Wonder stamp set. We had that at the beginning with the bear. This card is from Marilyn Kane, and she's done a Z-fold card with the New Horizon designer paper in 3 panels. To a great guy. I just love it. My father-in-law really loved wolves, and so I know I definitely would have made him a card with this stamp set. He would have really loved that. Next up is a card from Angie Leary. This is actually not the New Horizon paper, but this is pieces from the Beyond the Horizon Paper Pumpkin Kit. Are you guys subscribed to Paper Pumpkin? Today is the last day, Tuesday, May 10th, to subscribe for the Celebrating in Color Paper Pumpkin Kit. You can get, the kit includes materials to make 5 different cards, 2 of each, featuring all 5 of the new in colors: Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, and Starry Sky. So if you're interested, I'll add the link to the video description. You can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin at tinyurl.com/getpaperpumpkin. That is the link to subscribe under me, so you can make some awesome cards, whether you're making the cards as they're designed or coming up with alternative projects like this one. Oh my goodness, I love it, Angie. Thank you so much. This was one of my favorite paper pumpkins, just for the theme, because I love this Beyond the Horizon paper so much. This one is from Sharon Meyer, and she has used a piece of that designer paper and then added some simple stamped images, including the birds. Love the little evening evergreen ribbon there and the thinking of you. You could use that for so many different occasions. I love that. I have some sympathy cards that I need to send coming up, and this would be, I think, a perfect card for sympathy as well. Next up, very similar card because we have the same designer paper. This one is by Sandy Allman from Canada, and she has done a little color blocking. So she's got the designer paper layered into different squares. Let's celebrate your day. And then the die cut fence from a little bit of that In Good Taste designer paper and some of the pebbles. I think Sandy... Oh, no, I'm thinking of somebody else's notes. Oh, I love this on the inside with the die cut fence and then the stamped images behind it. I have some cards that I'll be sharing in a video soon. Maybe tomorrow I can work that in using the New Horizons designer paper. So make sure that you come back and tune in for that to see what I've created. I've got 3 projects that were part of the April bonus project kit, as well as some additional project samples to share. Here's one from Judy Howard. I always know it's Judy's because of her deckled edge there. This is also pieces from the March 2022 Beyond the Horizon Paper Pumpkin Kit. So we got a little bit of that card front in the background, and this die cut is from there as well. Hey there, I love the framed scene here. I feel like this card could go to anyone for almost any occasion, although it says birthday on the inside. So it's definitely a good birthday card. Although if you did something different, I feel like you could send that really for anything. Excuse me, here's another one. This one is from Joanne Prosser, and this is cased right from the catalog. I love casing the catalog and finding inspiration from the catalog. I know it's cased from the catalog because I cased it from the catalog too. We have a piece of the Beyond the Horizon paper in the background, and then both the grass and this background are also die cut from the designer paper, and then we have the stamped images here from the ocean front and from the On the Horizon stamp set. Relax and enjoy your day. Nope, I think no ocean front. Sorry, there's a similar grass in the ocean front set, but this one I believe is from that Horizon stamp set. Oh, this one is fun. This is from Eileen Curry. I'm going to move her notes so you can see her card. This is a little diorama card, so it sits up like this, but when you pull on the sides, you can have your boat move a little bit. I thought that was so clever. The boat is on a little piece of window sheet, and then the background there is that New Horizons designer paper with some of the stamped birds. These stamped birds are part of the Let's Sail Away bundle. So much fun. I love that. And then you can write your message on the back if you want, or include a little note like Eileen has done. Oh, such a great card. More cards. Here's a simple one. I love the embossing folder in the background. This one is by Nancy Ross and so perfect for Father's Day. So I'll be getting these in the mail in the next week or so, and so there'll be plenty of time to pass this card on to somebody else. That was the one thing that we do with the Great Big Card Swap is we always leave the cards blank so that you can send the card on and bless somebody else. So I love that the Great Big Card Swap is all about happy mail. You send a card in, you get one back, so you're getting some happy mail, and then you can pass the card on to somebody else, and we can just keep it going. Just keep passing on the cards and blessing others and making them smile. Here's another one. This one's from Susie Eater using the Sailboat Punch and the New Horizon designer paper. Oh my goodness. I do enjoy this card so much, Susie. I love how she's got a little bit of the designer paper on the inside as well. Such an awesome card. Oh my gosh, do you guys love this paper? Isn't it just so versatile? This next one's from Cindy Peckitt, and she has also used the Let's Sail Away bundle, as well as the waves. There's a big background stamp that's the waves. So much fun. Let's see what she says here. Hope this brings a smile to your face and to whoever you pass it on to. Oh, I just love it. Hope your day is the best ever. I love how you can see this paper on the front and on the inside of the card. I think that's really clever to cut that off the front and have it peek through. Next up is a card from Dee Chamberlain. We have a whole little series of cards next that are like lighthouses and sailboats. And I recognize that some of these are the same stamp set and some of these are slightly different. We've had a few different lighthouse sailboats kind of stamp sets. And some of them had coordinating designer paper like this one. So this one's from Dee. Little stamping on the inside. I love the wave embossing folder. And can you tell that she's stamped on there too? I think that's so clever and dynamic. What an awesome card. Next is a card from Myrtle Thorne using the same stamp set here. And we've got the different panels and then the stamped and punched globe there. Great monochromatic card. Next up, a card from Maureen Goshi, and she's got the cardstock panels in the same color as the card base. So I think it's a really subtle way to add layers and textures. And then we've got some cinnamon cider, die cut rope. I love the stamped vellum that's cut, and then the in-color gems on there too. On the inside, just a little stamping on the corner. Navy is such a classic color for nautical cards and also for masculine cards. Here's another one. This one's from Kathy Triebenbach, and she used, I don't recognize this lighthouse. I think it maybe is not Stampin' Up, which is totally fine. I love the way that she's layered it here on the textured cardstock. Just such a classic combination of red and navy. And then the designer paper in the background with the ropes. Such an awesome card. Maureen thing. Oh, no, that one's Kathy. Kathy. Awesome card. Here's another lighthouse. This one's from Barb Apke. And maybe she's got the name of it on here. Night of Navy Seaside Spray. High Tide is the name of the stamp set. I've had so many different lighthouse stamp sets over the years that I can't keep track of all their names. This is a good one. And then we got the birds in there too. I love how this stamp set included some builder images to build a scene with the sand and the seagrass and the water. Such an awesome card, Barb. Thank you so much for sending that in. We've got more cards to share, so we're going to just keep chugging right along. Next up, we have a couple cards with the hats off stamp set. This one's from Maya Galantine using Just Jade and Cinnamon Cider to the guy that wears many hats. I think we all know guys like that, don't we? Look at that cute little die cut hat. I just love that so much. Same stamp set, same bundle here. We have something different in the hat. Happy birthday. This one is from Roz Mansi, and she also used the Biggest Wish stamp set. I love having the different colors here. Evening Evergreen, Mint Macaron, Early Espresso, and Mossy Meadow. Happy birthday. This is such a great color combination with the balmy blue. And Roz made 2 cards. She made the pineapple one for me. Thank you so much for sending an extra card, Roz. It's so much fun. And I love this because it reminds me of Hawaii. And a year ago this month, we were in Hawaii on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. And so it brings back happy memories of that trip. Thanks so much for thinking of me, Roz, and sending an extra card. Speaking of an extra card, I also get to choose one of these. They're from Karen Fletcher. And she sent in 2 cards, both of them using a retired paper pumpkin kit. They're both easel cards, so they both stand up on the piece inside. So this is really easy to do. It's a long piece of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and then also at 2 3/4 to score in half. And then for this one, we just have a card front that's glued only to the bottom piece so that it stands up. I love how both of these create little scenes, and it's going to be hard for me to choose to keep one. So I would love for you to leave a comment, this or that. Should I keep the camper or the hills? Which one do you think? Which one would you keep? I love them both so much, I'm just not sure. Well, I'll be keeping one and I'll get to send one to one of you. So someone will be lucky to have this awesome card. I believe that this paper pumpkin kit is actually in the online store, available as a refill or a past kit. I want to say it's called Let the Adventure Begin or something about adventure. So if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can check out the Paper Pumpkin refill kits in my online store at stampinup.com or juliedavison.com/shop. Oh my gosh, so much fun, Karen, and thank you for sending me an extra card. Here's another one with a beautiful scene and a robo. This one is from Weber Price Douglas, and I recognize the stamp set. I'm not sure the name of it, but again, it just makes me want to go to the lake. just have some time, just like sit in the dock and put my feet in the water. I just love this. Happy birthday. I love the background here. I'm not sure if it was watercolor or Stampin' blends, but either way, it just makes me want to be by the water. Happy birthday. What a great card, Weber. Thank you so much for sharing this one. More cards. We're not even close to being done. Our next card's from Kathy Cornea using the Beauty of the Earth designer paper and the Beauty of Friendship bundle with the dies there. I love this. We've got layers here. So we've got a detail layer on top of a solid layer. Thinking of you. Such an awesome card. Oh, and then on the inside, a happy hello to you and this stamped tree. Such a good card, Kathy. Thank you so much for sharing that one. Trees always are kind of a go-to for me when I'm making masculine cards, any kind of like outdoor scenery. So here's one from Beth Barney, and this is kind of like a corner tuck card. So the tree has a little space for that card to tuck behind, kind of hold it closed, and then it's just like a little like a half front card. Love the plaid paper back here and the die cut trees. This is the Majestic Mountain, I think is the name of that bundle. Such a great card. Great colors too. Garden green, smoky slate, gray granite. And then a little bit of mossy meadow. Do you guys like this mountain stamp set? Here's another one. This one's from Pat Nimmo. And she used the same stamp set to create this sidestep card. We saw a few of these last month with our nature theme. So I'll include a link to the video description so you can learn how to make this sidestep card. This has got the stamped images and the die cut trees and mountains. I love how the sidestep just sort of creates that awesome scene in the plaid paper there. Such an awesome card. Pat, it stands up like this and then opens up on the inside so you can write your message. Such a good one. Here's a tent card. This one's from Deb Rep, and it is like a regular card front with an extra piece at the bottom so that it stays standing up like that. And then there's a panel on the back for you to write your message. Let's see if she says what she says here on her message. Oops, there's a little blue dot holding that closed. She says she's retired stamps, beautiful world, and soar confidently. She says, look on the inside of the tent for another little embellishment. Oh, I almost missed that. The little globe inside. That's really awesome. And she used the evergreen embossing folder on the front and then did a little sponging. Such a fun card. Oh my gosh, I love that. Love that, love that, love that. Deborah, thank you, Deb. Next up is one from Nancy Lestrange, and she has used, oh my gosh, what is the name of this one? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's still in the catalog. It had coordinating designer paper last year in the Happy Birthday I recognized from the ice cream stamp set. Here we go. Happiest Forever Fern is the DSP. The name of that stamp set. I know someone's going to know it. Leave a comment. I'm trying to look at your comments. There we go. Well, someone will leave a comment. I know. I keep saying, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And I still haven't gotten that stamp set. It must be something with the fern. The Forever Fern is the designer paper. Anyway, I know you'll leave a comment. Let me know. Awesome card, Nancy. I love the 3 squares too. I think that's such a versatile layout. Kathy's saying Forever Fern. Okay, she's got it listed as the DSP, so the DSP must have been something else. Forever Fern it is. You guys are so smart. This one is from Diana Barber, and oh gosh, I was looking to see if she had the thing. I have this stamp set. We got it on stage in November. Oh, you guys, what's the name of this one? It's in the mini catalog. Sometimes it just drives me crazy when I can't think of things. It is called Amazing Silhouettes. Let's take a look at it really quick since I pulled the catalog out. I love the simplicity of this card. So I'm going to show you here in the catalog. Here's the stamp set. So there's 3 different stamps, Amazing Silhouettes, and I think I haven't inked it up because these cards are just like a little too fussy for me, but I really, really, really love the simplicity of this card. Using a little bit of the Hearth and Home designer paper with the wood grain, and then just doing a simple stamp with the tree, I just think is so beautiful. Misty Moonlight is the color here. And then on the inside, we have a little bit of that Hearth and Home designer paper as well. Diana, such a beautiful card. And you have inspired me to get out this stamp set. I just love how you just made it so simple and so beautiful. Let that stamp image shine. Next up is a card from Cherith Day, and she has combined some images from the Welcoming Window and the garden set, and then some designer paper and the background from Bloom Where You're Planted. I love this. Oh, I said I love this, and then I saw her note. She says she lost her dad several years ago. I pray a daddy's girl can use this card to bless someone. Oh, Cherith, he would love this card so much. It is so beautiful. And now that I know your story, the sentiment just tugs at my heartstrings even more. Dad, thanks for helping me grow. Oh, that is just so sweet. I hope that someone who receives this card will be able to share it with such a cherished dad. Cher, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful card. Next up is a card. I'm going to start crying. Next up is a card from Lena Alesna. I love the 4 feathers stamp set. I recognize this one because I did a card kit with it years and years ago. Yeah, I was right. 4 feathers. It's just such a fun card, and I think it's great to do the different colors and just kind of have them lined up there. Love the added texture with the embossing folder, and the hello, she says, came from a paper pumpkin kit. Love the colors too. Coastal Cabana on that bright blue, Bermuda Bay, and then a little bit of black in there. That's really awesome. Great card. Here's another one with a stunning color combination. This one is from Anna Rabadou, and she's got Cajun Craze as the base color here, and then Pale Papaya and some Very Vanilla, and Calypso Coral. So Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, and Very Vanilla in dark to light order. We're using the artfully layered bundle here, and I just love the way that those just layer on top of each other with some of the In the Wild designer paper on the front. Oh my goodness, awesome card, and thank you so much. Here's another one using the artfully layered with the coordinating artfully composed designer paper. This one is from Jenny Oliver. On the inside, a little stamping, a little designer paper, sending all the hugs. That's a really awesome card. I love that. Leaves, I think, are a great sort of masculine version of flowers, right? And I feel like especially leaves like this really could go for any time of year. Like sometimes I think of leaves and I think of fall leaves, but I think this is really awesome. Bright and colorful too. Sometimes we get too drabby with cards for guys, but I think they enjoy very bright colors just like that. Old Olive. I'm going to bring it back in. Old Olive, Bermuda Bay, and Calypso Coral. Awesome card. Oh, we have a few cards that use the little globe, the Old World Suite that was in the catalog a couple years ago. This first one is from Christine Almond, and it is a center step card, so it's got some fancy cutting there. I'll have the link in the video description when I'm all done to the video tutorial, so you can learn how to do this fancy fold. Find joy in the journey. This is from, and I think this card as well, from the Memories and More cards that we had that went along with this suite. On the back side, some of the antique corners really makes that really frames this card from the Memories and More card pack. So beautiful. Find the joy in the journey, and then a little. Oh, that was for me, the little note. She says, this masculine card was inspired by your center step card tutorial. So much fun to make. All the elements were older. Stampin' Up! Items, antique corners and slides, beautiful worlds. She said, wish she had the bundle. Oh, I love that. Now I'm trying to wonder if this was for next month. I don't think it was. I was trying really hard to check all the envelopes and make sure that I was pulling out the cards that said June. So if you're sending ahead for the next month, make sure that you mark your envelope with the month, because otherwise I will just assume that it's for the current month. A couple more cards using that Old World suite. Here's a little corner pocket card. Well, this one's from Rachel Trzynski. And she has a bonus little tag in there. This has a little card. Oh, I thought it was going to open up, but it doesn't. It's a flat card. And it goes in the corner pocket, and then the little bonus tag on the inside. Oh, that's so awesome, Rachel. I love it. The Mossy Meadow designer paper. And I think this is all from the same set that went with that Old World suite. Look at this one. This is from Mary Fudge, and she's got some shiny metallic paper. You make the world a better place, and then the die cut globes. So flashy and fun. Who do you know that would love a card like this? I think that this would be such a great card with the globes to give to someone who's embarking on a new adventure, maybe a graduation or retirement, getting ready to travel, or, you know, on a mission trip or something like that. I think this would be a fun card to share. I made this one. I was going through cards in my stash, and this is one that I hadn't sent to anyone yet. I thought, you know what, I'm going to throw it in there for the Great Big Card Swap. This is actually a gift card holder. So the card front was folded back to create the pocket. And this was an older stamp set with I don't remember the name of it, with the cars and then a little bit of the oil spill. I thought it would be really fun to give to someone who's just starting to drive. You could put a little gift card in there for gas, all geared up to celebrate. I love that. Here's one. This looks like it could have a pocket, but it doesn't. It's a Z fold. This one is from Joan Talent, using the tools and the wood grain stamp in the background. I love that, with the stitch dies on there. Really kind of elevate that card and make it super special. I love that so much, Joan. Really simple way to elevate your cards and do a simple fun fold like this. So this is a regular card, and then the front is just folded back in half at 2 3/4 inches. And then you can add your embellishments on the front. I know, so many inspiring cards. You guys always knock it out of the card. Check out this one. You always knock it out of the park, not the card. I can talk. This one, I gotta open this up so we can really see here. This is from Nancy Dee Chamberlain, and she said, her husband said, I said it wrong last time because she gave me a different pronunciation key. So Nancy D. Gel or Mo, thank you so much for including that. If you have a tricky last name, I really want to make sure that I say it right. So please include a little pronunciation key. This card is so cool. It looks like a little toolbox. I don't recognize these tools. I kind of do. I can never keep all of our stamp sets straight. I love the embossing folder here. And if you know a handy dad, this is just so perfect for Father's Day. I love how they look like drawers, and then they're sticking out on dimensionals to give that a little bit more dimension. This again is another sidestep card. So check the video description. I'll add some links to tutorials to make cards like this, the side step and the center step. We've had a lot of fun fold cards this time. You guys are really going to love getting these cards back in the mail. They're really so awesome. Speaking of fun folds, here's another fun fold. This one is from Kay Johnson, and she has a little belly band, and then this fun little angled fun. You know, I actually just pulled out or printed, I did a blog hop with Pip Todman from the UK last week, and she had a template on her blog that I printed out for this card. So she's got centimeters here, but if you have the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, it does include both inches and centimeters. So Kay says, she's just listing some of the embellishments here. So she used the paper pumpkin set, So Cool and Batter Up, and the Hats Off die set. This is the paper pumpkin. I thought it was from the designer paper. And then the Hats Off, You're the Best. That's from the designer paper too. So fun. Oh my gosh, I just love this. So if you're interested in making this card, here are some instructions that, again, I printed out from Pip Todman. It just kind of has like a fun angle. So I've been meaning to do a card like this. I think that's really fun. So we'll have to give that a try. Maybe not exactly, it may not be exactly the same template, but a similar sort of cut and style. Here's one. This one's definitely from Paper Pumpkin. This one's from Gina McCarty. And again, I think this Paper Pumpkin kit is in the online store. So if you're interested in getting this, a very baseball themed Paper Pumpkin kit from last spring. If you have a baseball fan in your family, then this card kit is really fun. You're the best. I love this. I made some really fun cards with this kit when it came out last year, and I'll add the link in the video description to my alternative projects in case you pick out that Paper Pumpkin kit in the online store. Oh, here's a fun one. This one's from Andrea Clements, and she did an arrow fold. Now, I've been meaning to try this this fun fold. One of my team members, Barb Price, shared an arrow tutorial card at one of our team meetings a couple years ago, and I've been meaning to try it and haven't. It looks really fun, and I love here that Andrea has created a little pocket for her card to have a gift card. So you can kind of see how it's folded up like this. So it's some scoring, and then it kind of folds in. But the designer paper is glued on only on the sides to create a pocket that the gift card holder can go into. I think we'll definitely have to case this and make it in an upcoming video, so stay tuned. Oh, we have one more card left. There's two versions. Linda Vanderspool sent an extra for me. I love this technique. She says, I think she saw this on Connie Stewart's blog. So we have designer paper back there, and then the cardstock panels are on Stampin' Dimensionals, which kind of makes it look like the designer paper is inset. Two different versions here. One is white, and one is black cardstock to sort of make that pop. And I can't tell which one I like. I get to choose one of these, and I'm going to have to ask you again, this or that, black or white, which of these do you prefer? I'm kind of leaning towards the black. I think it makes the white label pop a little more, but they're so fun, and I'm definitely going to have to try this technique with that sort of like that recessed designer paper. I think it really adds some fun dimension. Nice simple card layout. So this is black, that is white. I have two more cards to share with you. They are not a masculine theme because they came in a little late. Sometimes that happens. And so last month, our theme was nature. And so these cards were intended for the nature theme. The first one is from Karen Fletcher, and she sent an extra for me. Thank you so much, Karen. She's got some of that sunshine and rainbow designer paper from Celebration. Sun plus rain is a rainbow. Have a rainbow day. Oh, that's so much fun. I love the bright colors on this card. It makes me so happy, Karen. Thank you for including an extra for me. Here's another card that was sent in for April. This one's from Nancy Cox using the Dandy Garden designer paper. I love the layering here with the embossed circle and the punched out dragonflies on the inside. A little stamped dragon there as well. Oh my goodness, if you've not participated in the Great Big Card Swap, it's time. It's time. Look at all these amazing cards. That was not a very graceful fall there. If you haven't sent in a card yet, you can still send one in for our next video showcase in May. Our theme is still masculine cards, so send a card for any man or boy in your life. A birthday card, it could be for any occasion. It could be for Father's Day or sympathy or retirement or graduation. Any card that is going to be perfect for a guy. You can send those into Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Make sure to include a postage stamp, just one loose stamp. Not a whole roll, but just one loose stamp like that with your card. No need to provide envelopes unless your card is an odd size. Make sure that you leave your card blank so that we can continue to bless others with the cards that we receive back. If you're working ahead, make sure you write June on your envelope. The June theme is Case Julie, and if you're just tuning in, that means to copy and share everything or copy and selectively edit. So you can go to my blog at juliedavison.com, choose a past project to inspire you and send in your version. I'll share both the original project by a printed photo and your project so we can see how you are inspired. I can't wait to see what you create. That's a special theme because next month I will be celebrating 20 years as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I can hardly believe that. Oh my gosh, so much fun. And we're going to be celebrating in lots of big ways besides just the great big card swap. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed all the beautiful, handsome cards that were shared. Thank you to all of our swappers for sending in so many amazing cards to share with you. I know that you will be inspired just as much as I was by all their cards tonight. Have a great evening, and I hope that you'll make sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future card making videos. Until next time, happy stamping!